Hello, my name is Terry Young, and I am a senior attorney with Berkshire Hathaway Energy. I am preparing this TED-style talk as part of ACC's in-house TED Talk series. My talk is entitled How to Overcome Fear and Use Radical Time Management to Chase Your Dreams. We've all heard it before. I don't have time. Occasionally, I don't have time is a useful response to protecting you from unhelpful or unnecessary tasks. The toxic friend that wants to get coffee? Sorry, I don't have time is a great response in that situation. However, often when I'm speaking to people about accomplishing their dreams and they say, I don't have time, what I hear is an excuse. And those excuses usually fall into two categories: fear and lack of time management. In this TED-style talk, I'm going to discuss how to overcome both of these excuses. First, a little about me and why this topic is dear to my heart. I am an attorney, Ironman, and mom of 5. Whenever I meet someone new, they almost always say, I don't know how you do it, or I don't know how you have time. And usually I want to strangle them. We all have the same amount of time. If we put our time to good use, then we can accomplish what we set out to do. However, it does take discipline. And if you are using lack of time management as an excuse for being afraid, you have to be willing to get uncomfortable. Before we get started, I want you to think of a dream that you have today that seems far out of reach. Is it to run a marathon, travel the world, quit your job and start a new profession? Whatever it is, write it down. Now think about what is holding you back from that dream. Is it fear? Fear of failure? Fear of not having a stable income? Fear of what other people might think? Or maybe it's a lack of time in your current schedule. If so, think about what you might be willing to give up to reach your goal. Do you really need to watch TV after dinner every night? Could you get up an hour earlier to work out? While we continue with this talk, write down what you think is holding you back. Dreams usually involve going outside our comfort zone. If they didn't, they probably wouldn't be dreams. However, many people never move from dream to action because they are afraid. In this portion of the talk, we are going to discuss how to overcome these fears, and I will share a personal example from my own life. When I was training for the Ironman, I was deathly afraid of open water. For those who may not be familiar with the Ironman, it requires each athlete to swim 2.4 miles in a lake or ocean. You can't touch the bottom, and the current can move you around such that it takes a lot more effort to reach the shore. Because of this, I was deathly afraid that I was going to drown, even though I am a strong swimmer. However, I knew I had to face my fear and get at least marginally comfortable with open water swimming if I was going to be an Ironman. I found it helpful to have a mantra that addressed my fear and added a little humor to the situation. To counteract, I will drown, I said to myself, I am a strong swimmer. In addition, that summer I watched Cars 3 with my kids. The main character, Lightning McQueen, was having performance anxiety, and his friends counseled him to be a fluffy cloud while racing. It worked for Lightning McQueen, and for some reason, it stuck with me and made me laugh. Therefore, my mantra became, I am a strong swimmer, I am a fluffy cloud. I repeated this to myself whenever I was swimming, which helped focus my mind away from drowning and towards my goal. In addition to a mantra, though, I needed to practice swimming in open water. So I went to the lake every Sunday and swam, even though I didn't want to. With time, open water swimming became more comfortable, and I was able to complete the Ironman swim and the Ironman itself within the time allotted. So let's turn to you. Write down what your fear is and figure out a way to think differently about it. If you are afraid of not having enough money to quit your job, maybe you can meet with a financial planner and figure out a way to live more simply or save a nest egg for your dream. If you are afraid for your physical safety, perhaps with an activity like mountain climbing, can you take classes to be better prepared? If you're concerned about people making fun of you or being embarrassed, remember your true friends should be supportive of your goals. If they aren't, they probably aren't your real friends. Fear is real, but there is almost always a way to overcome it. Don't let fear rob you of what you want to do. Another common excuse I hear when it comes to I don't have time is that you're unwilling to create time to do what you want to do. Many of us get sucked into activities that we feel socially obligated to do, but don't really enjoy. However, I think COVID-19 actually helped us with prioritizing our time. Without the obligation to go anywhere or do anything, we had space to evaluate what we missed doing and what was nice to get rid of. Now that life is returning to normal, we can become more proactive in where we put our time and our energy. If you are still hanging on to a commitment that takes more away from you than it gives, consider saying no to continuing the activity. Yes, it may cause some pain at the beginning, but in the end, you will feel happier and freer. There is power to saying no. Or, if your dream requires extra flexibility for a short duration of time, consider taking a hiatus from the activity with a specified return date. Next, take a look at your daily routine with a fine-tooth comb and find time that might be able to be better spent. If you don't enjoy grocery shopping or cleaning your house, consider investing in an online grocery delivery or a cleaning service. Once you find the time sinks in your life, determine what you can fill them with that brings you joy. Once you have pared down your schedule and focused on what you want to do and accomplish, set a weekly plan for everything in your life. Schedule all your activities just like you would a work meeting or a doctor's appointment, and then stick with them. In addition, try to do repetitive activities on the same day and time each week or month. The more you can put your schedule on autopilot, especially the day-to-day minutia, the more time you will have to pursue your dreams. The key here, though, is to make it personal. Figure out what you enjoy doing, what dreams you want to pursue, and what obligations you must commit to. Once you have that information, then you can create a schedule that allows you to accomplish all of them. For me, personally, this breaks down as follows. When training for the Ironman, I first resigned from being on the board of my kids' school. Although I had enjoyed it for a season, I needed the time to train, and it no longer felt impactful. Second, I created a weekly training schedule, and I put all of my workouts on the calendar when I knew I could accomplish them. Sometimes that meant getting up at 5 a.m. on the weekend to run. Not ideal, but worth it to chase my dream. In addition, I banked my PTO days, and I used Fridays to fit in my long bike ride so I didn't take weekend time away from my family. Even now that the Ironman is over, I am careful to maintain a consistent schedule, and I only commit to items that I either absolutely must do or desire to do. Moreover, I don't watch TV. I know it's weird, but my kids take over the set, so I couldn't watch a show even if I wanted to. However, I do love cooking and grocery shopping, and I carve out time on Saturday mornings to meal prep. Even though this brings me joy, it also saves me time because I just have to pull out items from the fridge to get dinner on the table the rest of the week. So let's go back to what you wrote down at the beginning of this talk. What is your dream and what is holding you back? What fear are you going to master to accomplish your goals? What will you change in your life to get there? Life is short, dreams are worth pursuing. Chase them and don't let fear or lack of time management hold you back.